Well, good evening. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom, Hypno Acuity and Cowboy Wisdom podcast. Tonight, we're presenting 7 ways why rise of understand. I now realize understand unlocks now, designing everyday rendezvous, streams, trendsetter acumen, neons, dreamers, dexterity. Unleashes nomadic daredevilry, energizing revolutionary sassy tenacity, awakens natural dexterity of dauntless wisdom to understand I can never think and know and listen and understand at the same time. When you think and know, you're really locked and blocked in yesterday. But when you listen and understand, you calm the inner scenery and you rise out of the thinking memory mind and out of the frozen subconscious mind, frozen in time representations. And see, that's something I really understand now is it's not let me know how you feel or let me know what you think. Let me understand how you feel about this. See the difference? Let me know how you think about this or what you think about this, or let me understand how you feel about this. Because the understand and the feel are going to give you a more honest, a more genuine outcome in the situation. And this is something I really, this is my favorite saying. I realize the less I know, the more I glow of genuine, liberating, optimistic wisdom. As I stout-heartedly showed me and the world, I rise of understand to understand I'm grand to expand out of my current situations. The word expand over instead of the word change. See, I'll show you change. And this is something that's very, very deal. Okay. You got these two bottle caps, right? Well, changing them is moving over here. But that all it did is rearrange the furniture and move you to the same place. But when you want to expand, you get more. Usually you can listen for the wisdom to make you glisten of genuine love, internal sassy tenacity, energizing now. See, the thing about thinking no is all from yesterday. You listen, inspiration, question, understand, comprehend, wisdom, and revelations are all present moment prowess to wow you out of your old way of life. But we're so stuck in our old ways that we never can move forward. You look at the world today, we're still stuck in our ancestors' ways, but we think we're really doing better. But as a whole, the world is stuck in the muck of third world enslaving mindsets. You know, you can see people running the corporations and doing this, but that has nothing to do with people. See, corporations and business and the third world enslaving mindsets of the CEOs and all the business and politicians, they know what is going on, but they lack the understanding of what they're doing. And that's something you have to really open up to. When you understand you encompass the talents to do to innovate your desired life, move forward. Because the world, the educated in the business world, all they are is about greed, seedy, and they don't care about people. And what this is where the lack of understanding comes in. They never understand people they look down upon, like the electricians, the carpenters, powerhouse operators, and refinery operators. They look down upon the middle class and the craftsmen of the world. But if all the craftsmen in the world and the nurses and the truck drivers all go home for 30 days, will the world still function? No. But if the CEOs go home and the politicians and all the higher management and corporations, yeah, the world will still function with a lot less corruption. The only thing is, the politicians probably wouldn't like their campaign contributions not flowing as fast as they should. See, this is what, we got to have very honest conversations and communicate what's really going on. When your politicians are passing laws and investing in the stock market, we don't understand what's going on. And what's really the challenge is, it has nothing to do with the CEOs, the politicians, or anybody. I opened up to understand all the challenges in the world is because of my docile ways. I thought you pay people, you elect people, and we always were taught. We never understood. Oh, that guy's powerful. He's elected official, and he's this. When at the end of the day, when we all stop breathing, heart stops beating, we're all equal. And that's where we've let go of is equality. Because what is more important during the day, a CEO, or when there's a tornado, a hurricane like Katrina, electricians, carpenters, and people to fix it? I heard down in Texas the last time the lineman left because of the way they was treated. That's something that's really opened me up. People don't understand we're all in this together. Even the politicians and the CEOs, we're all in this together. But we forgot what makes the world turn, and that's people. And as we move forward in this, we understand we encompass the wisdom, insight, clarity, intuition, imagination, innovation, inspiration, and sleek, unique talents. We can rise out of our thinking no boundaries, living inside the boundaries of indoctrinated knowledge of the greedy leadership. See, they're running on knowledge, never wisdom. If you really want to see the difference in leadership, look at Gandhi and look at the leaders today. What did Gandhi do that just blew everybody away? But he never got into the violence of life. He's a unique guy, that man, Mr. Gandhi. People, we can do more with conversation and communication than all these guys with all them big weapons can do. We've been taught military force will rise the world and eliminate all the unwanted stuff. And actually, look at it now, weapons and things have increased the violence in the world. Everything we've done since I've been alive in 1955, the violence and all the other stuff has never moved the world forward. And if you want to know the truth, education and business has never moved the world forward. In fact, it sank the world back into enslaving ways. And something I opened up to, whatever's going on in the physical world, I have to admit that it's occurring out there, but it's actually occurring in here. And to rise the world out of where it's at, it's in here, out. People have to open up to communicate with each other. And that scares the hell out of the world. Excuse me. Communication, relaxation, inspiration, and equality. That scares the hell out of the world because everybody thinks they're owed something. Only thing we're owed is to put forth the wisdom, insight, and clarity to raise the world out of where it's at. The world's stuck in that crazy, everybody owes me something bullshit. Until we understand it's everybody is going to rise the world together. And, the people sitting at the top, one thing about it, If you look and remember 1929, they fell on their behind, and we're really close to it again. But we're so ponied up, we don't even know what the actual the what's really going on. And Wall Street hates the working people. And when you hate somebody and you think they don't deserve wealth, eventually you ain't going to deserve wealth. So it's about us understanding everything that's going on out there. And I was a union electrician for 30 years, 36 years, or 30 years. So, but something I really realized, it fell prey to the socialized ways too. There's absolutely zero leadership in the unions. And, when I first got in the union, it was a good deal for me because of retirement and things like that. But as I grew and got closer to retirement, the leadership in the union and in the locals really fell backwards. And that's just like all over the world. It all falls backwards. And the last real leader we had in this world was Eisenhower. Eisenhower wrote a letter about not getting caught up in military industrial complexes, and we did. So now that has kind of been the enslaving mindset of the people, is revenge and war and this and that. And then now the country we're falling flat. We're falling flat in our face of disgrace, actually. But that doesn't matter what the country does. What are you willing to understand to expand the rise and shine of your spiritual harmonizing ingenuity, naturally energizing your life with health, wealth, fun, money, and setting on your seashores of stunning success, feeling blessed with your bold, lively entertainer's splendor, streaming internal natural gumption. See, this is the thing. And I'm guilty as shit of this, but we're sitting on our butts waiting for somebody to do something, and all they're doing is we're basically standing on a pile of quicksand and slowly sinking into it. And mindsets are like quicksand, because once you get that mindset, you just keep sinking deeper and deeper into that stubbornness. The world is too stubborn to realize we're failing. I asked myself these two questions this week. Why am I a success, yet I'm a failure? And why am I a failure, yet I'm a success? Then they just make you go ho hum, and you got to answer them your own way. But I'll give you mine. When I am a success, still a failure, I forgot. I rose out of where I was, and I try to be above where I'm at in life. And when I'm a failure, I'm afraid of my own abilities. But nobody's a failure. They're just afraid of their own talents. And, the school system had a lot to do with this. If you was one of their pets, patting them on the back, you was okay. But if you was outside of their boundaries and their limitations of education, they never ever treated you that. And there's a lot of people walking around today with a lot of scars from the school system, especially when we grew up. They weren't nice. They were very arrogant about things. And, something else, the school system, when I grew up, they never recognized individuals. It was one size fits all. Either you stalled or you crawled. And see, education has not risen us anywhere more than we're at. Something I've really realized, and I say this a lot, The world is the same today as it was in 1955, except now we have more medicine, technology, and medical, and computers. But how has the computers stolen the wisdom of the people? And medical is never to cure you; it's just to keep you recycling their recycling through, so they never heal anybody. Something else, you rise out of heal with sovereignty. See, heal never lets you out of the spiel of yesterday. And forgiveness never lets you out of the spiel of yesterday. Appreciation and sovereignty does. If you stop using heal and appreciation, heal and uh, forgiveness, and use appreciation and sovereignty, you rise out of the pain, the spiel of heal, onto your uh, boulevards of health and wealth. See, we've been taught a vocabulary that's very limiting and holds us back. The boundaries, I rose out of think and know, because living in think and know is living inside the boundaries of indoctrinated knowledge of the greedy leaders of the world. As myself selfish, ignorant ego thought I knew everything about everything, was my snobbish, selfish tomfoolery that all passed out of my life 10 seconds ago, as I'm awakened and aware of the dare to the acumen of understand, calms the subconscious mind, frozen in time representations, and then quiets the thickened memory mind, unwind me to understand me, unleashes my free flowing energy of inspiration, imagination, innovation, intuition, that rises me out of my boundaries of my sabotaging habits and comfort zone limitations. See, the thing is all the world, the outside world is an illusion of what somebody else taught us, an illusion of what somebody else wants us to know. And it's another way they want us to live inside of their boundaries of their socialized silliness. And the more I awaken to this and understand it's my it's called sovereign liberation, autonomous expansion, and politically incorrect inspiration that dissolves the political correctness of society. And see, we all try to live inside the political correctness of society. And anybody that's got a self-help, personal growth, self-improvement program, they want you to live inside the boundaries of society and the education and business. And my biggest kick is when somebody's, I'm a business, and you go do business. Business is nothing more than a name on a sheet of paper, on a name on a file cabinet, or on a wall. If you listen to the world with a free flowing listening curiosity, you're going to hearken the limitations, because you will hear them speaking from that file cabinet with what everybody else wants you to know and do. And one thing about it, if you want to liberate yourself here, you want to liberate yourself in here, you understand life is liberating invitations, fostering, emancipating events, encounters, and experiences with a liberating lingo of I ride the tide of expand, energize, enterprise, experience, sovereignty, appreciation, questions, inspiration that rise me out of my thinking, knowing, memory, mind that was taught to me by outside sources. Here's the thing I really opened up to. Everything I learned from outside sources is what everybody else wants me to know. All the school system is is showing people how to follow the herd, stepping in the turdocracy of the leadership, the greedy, needy, seedy leadership of the world. So I awakened to realize and admit I stopped trying to get to know and think I know people, to listen, to understand the people, letting them present themselves to me, the wisdom, insight, clarity, because I think and know inside my boundaries of me, but I can understand and listen in a free flowing, forthright eloquence. I can hear their enterprising eloquence rather than my know-it-all ignorance. When you think you know somebody, that's your know-it-all ignorance. But when you listen and understand, that's your enterprising elegance rising out of the situation to enjoy your day. And something else you think you know, you categorize and compartmentalize people. As soon as they say good morning or hi, you have them in a box. I know I did. Now I don't. I rose out of that. That's something I really am proud of. But it's like if you walk up to a you walk up to a college educated person, you tell them you're an electrician, they already put you in a box. I was on a phone call with a with a marketer, and I say, well, they wanted to teach. I said, you have to teach. They was teaching a heart business. I says, you can't have a heart. I told him, you can't have a heart business till you teach everybody. And I said, you got to teach the blue collar and the other people. He said, the blue collar wouldn't understand. At the same time, I was teaching him about the word, my liberating lingo. That's how silly college education is right there. I'm not a proponent of the college education because they don't know how to communicate with all people. And I'm okay if you don't like me because of that. Because when I listen to the universe, I rise to the wisdom to liberate me from the socialized BS of the corruption of the world. We live in the most corrupt times in history. But when you understand you encompass talent, intuition, imagination, and comprehend you encompass the same things, you rise to your liminal carpet glide. I'm awake and aware. I listen to understand my life events, encounters, and experiences. Hearkens the wisdom from inside, from the core of the situation. As I'm awakened and aware of the dare to admit and esteem, I listen for inspiration, question my daily events, encounters, experience, streaming intuition, innovating legendary understanding, hearkens visionary expressions, revolutionary revelations to show for me to my seashores of luxurious leisure and bountiful bliss. Now and forevermore I soar a serene, omnipresent appreciation, beaming, gleaming, gusto gratitude to the world. I expand, I understand, I expand, I'm grand. And that is just a free flowing little rhyme and allows you to expand through life with the greatest of ease. I want to thank you. I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypno Acuity, and may your day be as blessed as you are a blessing to me and the world.